delivery in our cities. And we have to look harder to see how to develop resilience so that we have sustainable growth. So it's with these two principles that we really go in for research at ICRIER. As far as service delivery is concerned, I had the privilege of chairing a high-powered expert committee on urban infrastructure and service delivery. This report was submitted to the Government of India, Ministry of Urban Development in 2011. And since then, we've set up a team at ICRIER that is looking at issues of urban water, of urban wastewater treatment, solid waste management, public transport, urban roads, connectivity, and a host of other issues. And this conference, this workshop, national workshop, is on urban water, because while we had done some case studies of what was happening in Nagpur, we have been following the entire development over the past 2-3 years. We've also seen the experiments in 3 cities of Karnataka, which could not be scaled up for a long time. We've been looking at the fate of public-private partnership in urban water service delivery, and also public sector reform, as in the case of Malkapur in Maharashtra. We've been looking at the Sujal Nirmal Abhiyan of Maharashtra. But when we were approached by the Global Green Growth Institute to look at a way in which we should approach the challenge of urban water delivery, we could find no one better than Dr. Mihir Shah, who has spent a lot of time working on rural water challenges, and then as a member of the Planning Commission, looked at the water issue holistically. We invited him to present, to prepare a study on urban water, and this is what we are going to be discussing. And it is not just about bulk sources and distribution framework, but it's also about conservation, it's about wastewater treatment, it's about reuse and recycling, and more importantly, it's about pricing and the political economy of pricing, in which Nagpur presents a very resilient example. You know, Nagpur faced all the challenges of going at one level, then stepping back, then slowly rising. And this has a demonstration effect on other cities. So we need to look at pricing and resilience. My only request is, and I'm very happy to hear in my initial conversation with you, Minister, that you are also now focusing on wastewater treatment. Because in Singapore, they say that we started with wastewater treatment when we were faced by geographical challenges of drinking water. And then we found that delivering drinking water was easier because we had looked at the other end. We have a problem where not only are our households not connected by meters, so we have to invest in distribution network, ensure that we can price for the water that people use, provide the right subsidies and all, augment our bulk sources, but we also have to ensure that when we use water, that we treat our sewage. Right now, it's only on average 15% which is treated. We need to ensure that we make sewage treatment a priority so that the drinking water challenge can be better addressed. So with those initial remarks, I now request Minister Gadkari to please share his thoughts with us.
My friend Mihir ji, Dr. Ahluwalia ji, dear friends, as far as our country is concerned, 3 important things which are very essential for us. One is ethics, economy, ecology and environment. And when we think about ecology and environment, the water is a big problem. And particularly in our country, we are facing maximum health problems. That is because of the water pollution. You go anywhere in the sea, Actually, I am from Mumbai. I am from Nagpur. But many years I was in Mumbai, I was in Worli. In the morning when I go to Worli sea base, the way in which the smell of the water, it creates tremendous pains to the heart. And it's very bad for the country. But what my argument is, though I am a politician, in any government belongs to any political party. If they are going to start to give any good services, they prove to be worst. When you expect it from the government or government agency, a municipal corporation, anywhere, 99% it is difficult for you to get the success. That's why we have to find out the solution. And the solution is on the PPP model. If you can make the schemes, then it can be economically viable and also it can be a success story. In Nagpur, because everything is depending upon your political success. When 24/7 scheme started in Nagpur, there was tremendous opposition from opposition party and even from the ruling party. Even our mayor is here, he is here. The majority of the corporators, they are opposing. But it's my good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. I never think about the politics. I say, oh, it is in the public interest, bulldoze it and do it. And my experience is good, politically. Because the seminar people, you are good people, and intellectual people, you are not too much helpful in the politics. Because politics is a game where you need the support from the poor people. And to get the poor people support is really the important thing. And today, the most important part of the success story is, we got all MLA belongs to a party. I am MP from Nagpur. Our corporation is in Nagpur. And we have all control politically, though we are taking hard decisions and making all these things. Those people who are advocating us for that these are not good for you, it will create political problem for you. Still, we take the risk and it convert into a success story. Now the important thing is in Nagpur also, that was my mistake. When I started this first project, selling of this sewage water, our commissioner, he is now in Maharashtra government, Gupta. The people were laughing me. My consent was that we recycling this water and we can sell it to the Maharashtra State Electricity Board for generating power. Because the same dam, Pench Dam, where the drinking water quota going to corporation and we have to increase that. That's why I was interested to reduce the reservation of the power project, and that will add into the corporation by which we will get more water. That was my interest. When I started it, actually after some time by pursuing it, it get converted into a success story. And our commissioner, without taking the permission of the general body and mayor, he make the agreement with the government of Maharashtra, and he say that government will give us 6 crore rupees, 6 crore per year as a royalty. Because I know what are the rates of the irrigation, and I understand that this is not a correct thing, so I just asked to the commissioner that we will take it to the general body, we will oppose it, and we will see that it will be defeated. They say, what the reason? At least government should give us, as far as the irrigation rate, water rate, what they are giving to the electricity board, we at least need 15 to 16 crores from them. Then immediately he take the decision. I call the MD, Mr. Ajay Mehta from our generation company. We are meeting and they promise us, okay sir, you are correct. We will give you 16 crore. Now it is 18 crores per year we are getting from the sewage water as a royalty. There was also a mistake. At that time we will sell this water. We never think about the gas in the water. So that was the problem. And today what I will suggest you, if anything is economical viable, having a good internal rate of return, you don't need to appeal to the people for clean India or for India free from the pollution. But you have to see the good economics there. So today, after that I visited, as a minister I visited in Stockholm, And I see that project where they get bio-CNG from sewage water. They can get carbon dioxide, then sulfur, and after that they can get bio-CNG, and they are running their buses on the basis of that bio-CNG. I am also working in the same thing. We are running sugar factories, and in distillery we are get this spent wash, and spent wash, after that we get it ethanol and ethanol and ENA from it. And the spent wash, now we are selling CO2, and also there is bio-CNG, 36 ton per day. So we can use it as a fuel. So that my experience is to be proven example. So I will request you to make a proposal that recycling of water, we can use that water for industry, for gardening purpose. We can use that water for toilets, and even we can use it for the drinking water. The public psychology is not ready to accept it. That's the problem. So this can be a good thing. And other thing is, from that water, if we can get CNG, bio-CNG, we can run the buses, transport services in the urban area. And there is a 95% emission of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. So Nagpur, we have already taken a decision. Now commissioner is here, our mayor is here. We have the consultant from the Sweden, they are ready to invest in it. And from our sewage water, we are making bio-CNG. And our plan is to at least run 200 buses on bio-CNG, 200 on biodiesel, 300 on ethanol, hybrid electric and our mission is to Nagpur free from pollution, the green Nagpur. That's our concept. So already our consultant is here, and we are making a project for that, where government of Maharashtra is ready to support us, because our chief minister is also from Nagpur. And even in urban ministry, the minister Venkaiah Naidu also promised me to support this project. And our first project, where we are going to convert into the green buses. We have got one green bus that is 100% on ethanol, bioethanol. And 10 days before, the UP chief minister, I just also convinced him that UP has got too much potential. So why you not convert all your vehicle on ethanol? So he requested to a corporation, our bus was to Lucknow, and they see it, and now they have taken a decision to start the truck and buses on ethanol. It is a green fuel, biofuel. It's from the farmer. Now the important thing which I feel, that in distribution of water, we are giving it to the big company. This is, my request is, why not we consider to small groups? In power project and in water project, I feel that distribution of water and power should be in a small projects. I just prepare one project to government of Maharashtra. The power minister is doing it. That giving a big project to one company in place of that, he is going to make it 17,000 small project with every feeder. One will be the feeder manager, and 7 to 8 ITS students, youth will be there, and they will take the care of all distribution work of power. So giving it to the one big company, because we have to create more employment potential in this country. Though there may be one big company may be there, but big company can give this contract to, suppose in Nagpur there are 24 zones. That 24 zones, the responsibility can given it to be the unemployed youth who can run nicely. When I was minister in Maharashtra, I started one scheme that for engineers, civil engineers, giving them work at that time of in 97-98, 15 lakh rupees of work without tender estimate cost to educated unemployed engineer. And now the scheme is cover 68,000 youth are getting jobs, and the expertise contractors are there. And as for the public-private investment is, when the proposal is economically viable, there is no problem. You get a lot of people to enter in it. Fortunately, I get opportunity to start the first PPP project of this country, road project at Thane Bhiwandi bypass.